An issue of recent legal debate in America has been the application of the 14th Amendment to general and illegal immigration. If you look at the history of the 14th Amendment in this country, it was intended to be applied to American citizens to expand rights for all citizens, namely former slaves, which are African Americans in the mid-1800s. It does not apply, and it should not apply, to illegal felons such as illegal migrants or illegal immigrants. That was not the intent of this amendment. The history of this amendment really needs to be looked at because it's being heavily overlooked in the media. Nobody should be able to just walk across a line, or in this case a border, and just become a citizen. No woman should be able to walk across a line and have a baby and say that both of them are citizens. The 14th Amendment never applied to any of this, contrary to popular belief. It is a big issue and a big problem in this country. The media, in a lot of ways, has muddled the waters because the public is not really being given the true history of this amendment and what it's actually supposed to apply to. Another big issue in this is the broad application of the 14th to any kind of immigration, namely illegal immigration. That is not the intent of this amendment, in my opinion. What about taxpayer rights not to pay for any of this in this country? What about the state's rights under the 10th Amendment to police crime in this situation? What about the federal government's rights to stop terrorists from entering the country? What about taxpayers at the state and the county or local level from not having to fund runaway welfare spending? People have rights, individuals have rights not to have to pay for this. And inevitably, illegal immigration leads to more and more people on social welfare programs that have to ultimately be paid for by the working individual. For example, programs like SSI and disability are paid for obviously by the taxpayers. In these cases, people can stay on those programs until they die, which is essentially forever. What about the taxpayers' rights at any level not to have to pay for any of this? This is heavily overlooked by the mainline media. They should be applying constitutional standards to them, not the illegal immigrants. What about taxpayer rights? It's food for thought on this issue. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your consideration. I appreciate your comments as it helps me with the editing and the creation of my videos. Thanks again for your time. Best wishes in 24. Once again, it's free to subscribe.